Every Saturday morning, the old town market came alive with the cheerful sounds of life. You could hear the wooden stalls creaking open, smell the irresistible aroma of freshly baked bread wafting through the air, and see neighbors greeting each other with the warmth of old family. Tucked away in a familiar corner, you'd find Thomas, a dedicated farmer, carefully arranging his baskets of vibrant, fresh-picked vegetables. Working right beside him was his young son, Eli, who held the traditional weighing scale with a serious, focused expression. Just behind them, Mary, Eli's mother, packed the produce with gentle, practiced hands. And watching over them all, from his favorite stool, sat Grandpa Samuel, his eyes holding the quiet wisdom of many seasons. "Remember, Eli," Thomas would often say in a soft, firm voice, "our family's name. Our reputation is worth more than any amount of money." And each time, Eli would nod, taking the words to heart. As the morning sun climbed higher, the market would get busier, and a long line of customers would form at their stall. Eli couldn't help but notice some of the other farmers nearby. They'd subtly tip their scales just a little, giving their customers a bit less than what they paid for. He saw it, and it made him think. Just then, a man stepped up to their stall and asked for a pound of ripe, red tomatoes. Eli carefully placed the tomatoes onto the scale and watched as the needle settled. It was just a little short of a full pound. For a moment, he hesitated. He could have just let it go. It was such a small amount, no one would have even noticed. But then, from his stool, Grandpa Samuel cleared his throat with a gentle, meaningful sound. It was all the reminder Eli needed. He immediately remembered his grandfather's words from a long time ago. "You can fool a scale, my boy, but you can never fool your own conscience." Without another thought, Eli reached into the basket and added one more perfect tomato to the scale. He watched as the needle moved and balanced perfectly. "Here you go, sir," he said, handing the bag over with a bright, honest smile. From behind, his mother watched the small act of integrity, and her heart swelled with pride. Weeks turned into months, and a subtle change started happening at the market. More and more people began making their way to Thomas and Eli's stall first, before visiting any other. You could hear the whispers among the shoppers. "They always weigh fair here," they'd say to one another. "Too, you can really trust them." Their reputation for honesty became their most valuable asset. Later, when the weather turned and the harvest was thin, that same trust came back to them tenfold. Their loyal customers, their neighbors, returned the kindness without a second thought. They insisted on paying the full price, even when offered a discount. Some even volunteered to help in the fields, and they all made sure to spread the word about the honest farming family. That trust they had built, that community they had nurtured, saw them through the hard times. One quiet evening, as the golden sun began to set, casting long shadows across the fields, Grandpa Samuel walked over and placed a warm, steady hand on Eli's shoulder. He looked at his grandson, his eyes full of pride and love. "You didn't just weigh vegetables today, Eli," he said, his voice soft but clear. "You weighed your character, and it measured true." A deep understanding washed over Eli, and he smiled, finally grasping the true weight of his father's and grandfather's lessons. The story leaves us with a simple, powerful truth. Honesty builds respect, and respect is the foundation upon which we build our future. It's a reminder that the small choices we make every day are what truly define us. And subscribe for more content that inspires. We'll see you in the next one.